What's up, everybody? We are about halfway through Season 20 of Apex, which means it's time for Split 1 to end and for our collection event, Rule the Underground, the Shadow Society event coming up, which means we have a collection event, which I'm not really going to go into much, and then we got patch notes and changes coming. Of course, I am going to talk about the patch notes stuff. We got a new limited time lockdown, new LTM lockdown, which is essentially hardpoint. If you play Call of Duty, you know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, it's just rotating zones that you have to capture as you're with a team. Got your collection event stuff. Not too worried about that. What we are worried about, though, is going to be the patch note stuff. The care package, the first set of care package items are now gold. No more red items. So now in the first set of care package drops, you have whatever the gold items are in that season. This season, it's the R3, the RE, the Mastiff, the Deagle, and the 30-30. Weapon spawn rates, assault rifles and marksman rifle spawn rates now normalized per zone. So the example they give here is the 30-30 had a higher spawn chance than the triple take in higher tier zones. Now it's all equal, which I think is good because the weapons are so balanced. Speaking of weapons, the ADS vertical recoil was slightly increased at the beginning of Season 20. They forgot to put in the patch notes then. They decided to tell us now almost halfway through. The EVA-8 got mostly a buff. The blast pattern was tightened, the initial projectile size was increased, and they improved the handling. And then they did nerf it just a little bit by reducing the ammo down to 64 from 96. I say just a little bit. That's a lot of ammo. Then the Rampage, the energized time slightly reduced to better match the animation. The energized time was slightly misaligned with the buff kicking in, resulting in unintentional interruptions right as it's about to finish. It just makes it better. The Wingman reserves were now nerfed down to 72 ammo instead of 90. You can no longer equip the Digi, which has been a thing for, I don't know, a month plus now. But now the optic's not locked like it was before. Before you were stuck with the one-time HCOG. Now anything that could normally go on the Wingman besides the Digi go on the Wingman again. Pull it out of the care package, you can switch optics, essentially. Ballistic upgrades, ammo vision removed, lasting bullet moved to level 2, and new speedy whistler upgrade. Successful hits with tactical gives a 2-second speed burst. Bangalore, the Rolling Thunder cooldown was nerfed to increase the cooldown to 4.5 minutes. It was 4. The smoke launcher was also nerfed. The cooldown was increased to 35 seconds from 33. It doesn't deal damage anymore, and the smoke duration decreased to 11 seconds. It was 18. And smoke particles now also dissipate faster. Upgrades level 2, Big Bang removed. Tactical cooldown added. Reduces tactical cooldown by 5 seconds. Upgrades level 3, Cover Me. Auto ping no longer tracks players, which is probably a good thing. And Refuge heal rate increased to 3.5 HP per second. It was 3. Bloodhound upgrades, Odin's Glare moved to level 2. Tactical cooldown moved to level 3. Caustic gas damage now increased by 1 each tick. So that's a buff, but down players still only receive 5 damage per tick. The gas slow effects now only applies on first damage tick for 2 seconds. A nerf that I'm a fan of. And the upgrades, the particle diffuser moved to level 3 and residual toxins moved to level 2. Conduit radiant transfer cooldown was nerfed. It was increased to 31 seconds from 26, and the regen interruption delay time was increased to 2 seconds. It was 1. Fuse, and then down below, Octane, the same upgrade. Reckless explosive damage is now reduced by 50%. Lifeline upgrades level 2, tactical cooldown plus removed. Now they have tactical cooldown plus plus. So when you activate that, Doc never has a cooldown anymore. Upgrades level 3, gift wrap removed, so you can no longer receive weapons in the care package and use that upgrade, but instead you get gold plated, which can give you Evo caches, gold knockdown shields, and gold backpacks. It also contains 1 shield battery, 1 medkit, and either a Phoenix or mobile respawn. They say down below that they essentially wanted to align her more with what her identity is supposed to be as a support legend, and giving her a weapon wasn't that. I'm a fan from a theoretical standpoint, but in play, maybe not as much. Octane, we already mentioned, his recklessness was buffed, or his reckless was buffed, whatever. Pathfinder got buffed, his upgrade, Zipline Zen. The damage reduction is now increased to 50%, was 25%. Good buff for Pathfinder. Revenant Forged Shadows was nerfed. The Nox no longer refresh the tactical during ultimate. Tactical cooldown is no longer shorter during ultimate, and ultimate cooldown is increased by 60 seconds. His upgrades, Agile Assassin was removed. Tactical cooldown moved to level 3, and new ultimate cooldown reduces ultimate cooldown by 30 seconds. That's his level 2 upgrade. Seer, I know we don't really care about Seer, nobody does, but focus of attention decreased, activation delay to 1.2 seconds, a buff, and upgrades, Artist Reach moved to level 2, Long View moved to level 3, Racing Hearts was now integrated into his tactical, and new ultimate cooldown reduces alt cooldown by 30 seconds, and that's a level 2 upgrade. Wraith, tactical cooldown moved to level 3, ultimate cooldown moved to level 2, so they swapped those abilities. Maps, Pubs is now losing World's Edge in favor of Broken Moon, a change that hurts me for pub players, but I'm not a pub player. I usually warm up a mixtape, jump into ranked. Ranked is maintaining Stormpoint, Olympus, and World's Edge, the best map rotation if you ask me. Put in whatever order you want. Don't care. I'm not a fan of King's Canyon and Broken Moon, so I'm happy those aren't coming to Ranked. And I like that even though you're having a split and you're changing weapons and legends and gameplay mechanics, I'm glad they at least keep the maps the same throughout the whole season. Fan of that. And then mixtape maps, Control is Barometer, Production Yard, and Thunderdome. Gun Run is Monument, Skulltown, and Thunderdome. TDM is Monument, Thunderdome, and Zoo Station. Noted down the patch notes below, Monument is a new mixtape map, but of course, if you played on World's Edge, you're familiar with that POI, especially if you play with randoms and they get to be Jump Master. Modes, new LTM lockdown, we already talked about that. 3 strikes was updated to the revive time being 2 seconds. Players revive with 100% health and 0 shields, and new minimum guaranteed loot system ensures you respawn with a competitive version of your loadout and inventory. Mixtape. Control, players respawning on mobile respawn beacon skydive instead of just dropping in a free fall, which is good because you always got beamed in the free fall. The kill replay will now show hit markers and damage numbers, which is a great change, and the round winning replays now show the killer's banner. Who cares? New map, as I mentioned, Monument, supports CDM, Gun Run, and Lockdown. World systems, Evo Harvester changes sound effects that plays for player and teammate when collecting. Remove problematic spawn location on Stormpoint near map edges. Don't fall off the map, but whatever. Second change is good, the first change doesn't matter. Evo rewards change for respawning and reviving teammates to prevent exploitation, so you couldn't just have teammates die or go down and keep reviving them to get more Evo. And changed for scanning ring consoles to prevent excess Evo gain, so I wonder if that means you can only scan each console once, whereas people were scanning it right before a zone would end and then scanning it again. Wildlife and NPC spiders, prowlers, and other NPC will now respect the rules of the ring, so they take ring damage and they're affected by heat shields. A change that I like because it would just make sense if this was real. Bug fixes, there's nothing really too much to talk about for general bug fixes. The good thing here is dynamic resolution scaling no longer incorrectly decreases resolution on PS5 and Xbox Series X and S, but nothing otherwise too important. The legend bug fixes are ballistic no longer generates ammo when swapping weapons from sling and inventory. Lock-on will be more reliable in close ranges, and Crypto's resolved drone being destroyed by EMPs from invisible players in firing range. Finally, quality of life. Ammo loaded into extended magazines will now be fronted to the player if the extended magazine is removed, which I thought was already a thing, but I guess it's not. Crypto, new voiceover line when drone is destroyed by environment instead of player. Default legend pick now shows as your selection to teammates unless you hover over another legend. A change that I think is good because you might get nice teammates, or you might be that nice teammate that is happy to switch legends for other people. Or you might not be playing your main and you see it's someone else's main, so it's a nice change if people are friendly. New firing range dummy options, dummy highlights on or off. Lock legend upgrades and jump master selection updated to make it less likely you're jump master if you're under level 5 or were the jump master last match, unless of course you manually select your character, which gives you jump master if nobody else does, which is something I usually do because I'm playing solo and I don't trust random. They reduced FPS, stuttering, and reactives now appear at the top of the list and have a shimmer effect. I thought I noticed in game already that reactives had a shimmer effect. The bottom right corner, it shows your ammo and stuff, but maybe they're just noting it now and they did add it. Maybe this is, but not really important. Either way, those are the changes. I'm a fan of the lifeline changes, theoretically, to bring her more to her identity, although I do like being able to get that weapon. I like the care package gold weapon change for first circle, because there's nothing like getting Krabered first circle. Always frustrating. Or first drop, whatever. I guess it's like second circle. But so overall, I think good changes. I don't think this is really going to change anything too much, at least weapon meta-wise. I like the legend changes and all that. But, as usual, this will all be linked down below if you want to go through this by yourself or look at the cosmetic event stuff. If you want to go through any of this, this will be linked down below. Also linked down below is my Twitch. I will be live the night of the 26th when this update is out, trying it out for myself, playing it for myself, playing the new rank split. All my other socials are linked down below, so if you feel inclined, please check those out. Follow, comment, like, share, whatever. Always appreciate any interaction on all my platforms. But I will see you on Stormpoint, Olympus, and World's Edge. Get frying. Have a good day.